Hey traders, hope you all having an awesome weekend. Back to the weekend's update as usual, where I'm going to teach you some educational stuff in the first part of the video. And in the second part, we're going to talk about our commodities. Of course, we're going to do the analysis of gold, silver, natural gas, and crude oil as usual. So a very good start of the year with 3 winning trades in a row, which is what I'm going to talk about in this video in the first part of the video. And I got lots of messages from traders that when the price action was going against them, they were in a little loss. They start sending me messages, Omar, shall we cut the trade because it looks like the price is going against us. That is what I'm going to talk about and teach you how to control your emotions and how to look for the weight when you do your technical analysis, how to look the other factors, the dynamics in the market that gives you the confidence to enter your trades. So I'm not going to make this video much longer as I used to do over the weekend. The reason is I'm going to separate the educational part of my videos in a separate videos so that you can learn out of it and you can watch it whenever you want to watch it, save it, because if I upload the educational part of the video within this analysis part, then the chances are you will miss these videos because of course the titles will be natural gas, gold or crude oil. You wouldn't know, or the new audience wouldn't know that this video contains an educational stuff. So you're going to see lots of educational videos for the beginners. If you follow me, the analysis I use for my own trading, the tools I use for my own trading, and everything which I personally use so that we can all stay in the same boat when I'm doing my analysis. So starting with the first part of the video. Now last week, if you remember, I've clearly mentioned that I'll be looking to enter my sell trades, and now we have a sell signal, that is my pullback entry bearish. Now if you are my student in MMTA course, you know that we have a pullback entry, and I've got some messages in my Discord group that my students have identified this pattern, which I'm glad that you guys are learning. Now I've also mentioned that in my YouTube video, and let's see what I've said. Green candles right here followed by bearish engulfing candle. That is also one of my sell signal, and looking at that we have a cross in the EMA. With that we have a bearish engulfer. Looking at that, we can expect at least $9 push down from here. That can be till 2032, from where we can exit the trades and look for a next condition. Nice one. So as you know that we have a condition right here, and with that what do we have? We had a news event schedule as well. Now I got lots of messages, and also I'm going to talk about why the traders get scared, because we had a news event in the dollar which is right here. As you can see, the 3-star news event, which we have a non-farm payroll, which is also a major news event, and few other dollar news events. And then traders got scared that the forecast is bearish for dollar. As you can see, the forecast for the unemployment rate, which is a major dollar event and importance, is 3-star, and they say that Omar, we are already in a gold trade. You have mentioned a day before this news, but the forecast came as a bearish. As you can see, the higher than expected should be taken as negative and bearish for dollar. So if the dollar gets weaker, the gold will push higher. Now it did push higher, but it hit our take profit first. Now that is the reason I want you guys to understand, when you are entering a trade, keep your stop loss there, keep your take profit there. And in this type of news events, if something happens against you, you have your protection there. And if you have seen my video how to trade technicals in combination of news events, but we had the other news events schedule as well. As you can see, we had a positive news for the dollar as well. As you can see right here, we had a positive news for the dollar, bullish for dollar. Then we have non-farm payrolls came bullish for dollar, and then we had other dollar news that came bearish. Now if you are just trading news, tell me something, what you would have done. When you see this news came bullish for dollar, you start buying. Then you see another news at the same time came bearish, you start selling. Then you see the other news came bearish, you start selling. Then you see a news came up positive, you start buying. And then you see an unemployment rate came at bullish. Your head will just become noodles and you wouldn't know what to do at that time, and you make wrong decisions. But if you combine your technical skills with the fundamentals, then trust me, it will take your trading to the next level. Like I've already made a video on that. Please check the video out so that you learn the exact rules of taking your trades when we have signal for technical and fundamentals both. Now a day before this news, I've already mentioned that when this candle happened, that was on 4th of January, and when we had this news candle that happened on 5th of January. So we were already in the trade right here. I've mentioned that, and I've entered my trade somewhere here, right here, because we had a push up, a pullback. I wanted to enter at the better price. We would have entered here, that would be fine as well, but I've entered right here, a little bit above my red candle. Now at this point, we entered sell trade we were in a one direction. So we had no other thoughts in the mind what's going to happen if the news come bullish and bearish. We had one thing in the mind, the price is trading below 50 EMA. We had this head and shoulder pattern played out. The price can possibly come and retest the neckline, which I've already mentioned in the video. If that happens, we had a retest of the neckline with the bearish engulfer. We had 1, 2, 3, 4 technical factors, and then we had a cross in the EMA. We had a bearish engulfing pattern. Everything is going good with our technical analysis. Now we entered with all the confluences, and trust me guys, creating a signal is not an easy job because you are making money out of these signals. That is why getting yourself educated is very important rather than just guessing in the market. So we had a signal here, and what happens? The price quickly pushed lower, and if you combine the news, we had a 3-star news for the dollar right here. That is positive for us. And then we had a non-farm payroll right here. If you click on it, the higher than expected should be taken as positive bullish. So we had a numbers much higher than expected. That is also positive for dollars. So what does it mean if the dollar goes positive or if it gets stronger? If the dollar gets stronger, the gold pushes lower, right? So that is what happened. We had a positive news for the dollar, and that fuels our take profit right here. A nice $15 take profit for me because I've kept my stop loss above the EMAs and this rejection box. Initially that would be one ATR target, which I already stressed you guys, which is $9. That would have been hit as well if you would entered at initial $9 target, and that was a nice chunk of take profit for me as well. And then what do we have? We had some bearish news for the dollars. Right here, the bearish news for the dollar, bearish news for the dollar, bearish news for the dollar, and 3-star news was bearish for the dollar as well. That might have possibly spiked the dollar up, and then the price pushes lower. Now, when I took the gold trade, I also saw an opportunity here on USD CAD, which is right here. Exact same move as happened here on USD CAD because I was buying dollar when I was selling gold. Means the dollar gets stronger and gold will fall. In here, I bought a dollar. Right here, we have a pullback entry. Right here, we have a cross in the EMA. I've already made a video how to trade EMA cross, moving average cross in combination of technical signals. If you want to see that, it is also in my playlist. So we have a signal here as well, and that news candle has spiked up my take profit hit that was sent as a trade alert to my members, and that has also hit my take profit. I've entered a little bit below right here. That would be an entry as well. If you have entered at the close, that would be fine, but I've entered a little bit below somewhere here, and we have a take profit hit and price quickly falls. That is why in my videos I always stress you guys, not placing your take profit is as risky as not placing your stop loss. So always have your take profit in case of these dramatic moves. The price hit your take profit and then quickly falls back down. So that is what I wanted to teach you. How important is technical factor is if you are trading, that gives you a signal beforehand, before you even have a news release, a data release. Now if you try to trade just the news, once you have a news release, you start selling or buying, trust me, in that case the broker open or widen the spread. And if you even open you, let's say we have a positive news for the dollar, and in that instant you start buying, your position might open here and then the price quickly push lower, hit your stop loss, and then push back up. So that is why it is not recommended to trade right at when the news release. Wait for the price to cool down, the news to cool down, and then look for your factors, the technical factors and other confluences to enter your trade efficiently. So a winning trade here on gold, on USD CAD as well, and then we had another trade for natural gas. The first winning trade, which is right here of this year, a nice winning trade out of natural gas that was taken on 2nd of January. Now, when I send this trade to my members, or I've got some messages from my YouTube audience that Omar, the price is now pushing lower, when they saw this red candle, 1 and 2 red candle, then they're starting sending me message, Omar, the January is not as cold as expected. So what if the price will push lower? What if my stop loss is hit? These are the questions comes in the mind of the beginner when they start taking the trades without any knowledge or without having a strong trading psychology. Now, I knew that out of 10 times, 6 or 7 times I'll be right. And every time I see this condition, I will still enter my trade. So it doesn't matter if it's hit my stop loss. Now, you see that with the fear, you might have exit your trade right at this week. And what happens? A big push up, hit take profit 1 and hit take profit 2 all together. So that is why it's very important to have a very strong mindset. And if you enter your trade with a big risk. Now, I also got a message that I placed a big amount of money in the trade you have sent. I'm going to lose everything if the price will not push up. So in the fear, they have cut their trades right here. Now, I always say trade on your own risk, and I can't be 100% every single time. And if you enter this trade with a minimum risk or according to your own risk capital with a decent lot size, then there is nothing to be scared of. The only thing should come in your mind, if the price pushes lower, it will maximum hit stop loss, then you can start to look for a next trade. But if your lot size is more than your risk appetite, or you just want to get rich in a single trade, in that case, all sort of thoughts will come in your mind. Thoughts like, what if we have a reversal from here? So many negative thoughts. Instead of looking at the positive side, you start to look for the negative side. That is how our mindset works. But if your mindset is trained enough in your head, you knew that if your stop loss is hit, maximum you're going to lose 2% of that trade. That is fine. You're going to move ahead and look for another trade. In that case, you will not get panic. You will not go on the charts and look at the trades again and again. Once I place my trade, I just leave it running. Doesn't matter what. I only wait for the price to hit my stop loss or take profit. Only then I exit my trade. So that is what I want you guys to understand this year. Master your trading psychology. Take trades according to your risk capital. I'm not sure what your risk capital are, and I'm not a financial advisor to advise you what risk should you use, but I personally use 1 to 2% of a risk. Sometimes I go 2.5% as well according to the market condition. But it's totally up to you what risk you are taking. But if you take risk more than your capital, let's say you're taking 100% risk and want to get rich in a single day, then trust me, you will be exiting your trade every time you see a little pullback, and then you get panic. You see 2 4-hour candles in a loss, it will mess up with your head. So that is what I wanted to talk about, and I hope you got a value, and I hope you have learned something out of these trades we took. A good example of having a strong mindset, a good example of combining technicals with fundamentals, and how we can take over trades with technicals. We prepare ourselves before that, before the news. We enter the trade before the news. Doesn't matter what, look for the news, reduce your risk. If you're worried for the news can come against you, reduce your lot size, reduce your risk, but still enter your trade if you have a technical signal, and if your strategies are tested, and you know that out of 10 times you will be right 6 to 7 times. It's more than 50%. You still have an edge in the market, and in the long run you will come out as a profitable trader. So keep that things in your mind this whole year, and trust me, your trading games will go much higher. So with that being said, let's wrap the first part of the video and start the analysis of natural gas, gold, silver and crude oil. So what do we have here on natural gas? Starting with Oanda. The reason I do analysis on 3 platforms, I'm going to talk about in a very short moment. But starting here with natural gas, we had a hit of the zone that has been sent to my members already, that once the price hit the zone, we can expect a possible pullback, and then a price will possibly push back up. I've mentioned that in my videos as well. And let's see what I've said in my last video so that you can understand conditions and entries. If it's less than the forecast, again, it will turn bullish, but the chances are we can get a deep pullback if we have a same forecast or more than the forecast. If that happens, we will have a weaker demand and a bearish for natural gas. So in combination of that, we are also in the level of resistance. So if that happens, in combination of that, I will also look for a small green and a bigger red candle, a bearish engulfer. So report doesn't mean that we just start selling straight away. I also want to see a signal as well, the price action as well, telling me that we are going to likely push lower. Here on Oanda, I want to see maybe a one more push up, a little push up, and then a bearish engulfing candle. In that case, we can expect a deep pullback, not a reversal. Expecting a deep pullback, that can be another chance or opportunity to buy natural gas after a pullback with bullish engulfer, as we are now trading above 50 and 20 EMA both. So from here, that deep pullback will be enough to hit our take profits from the resistance level, but I want to see a bearish engulfing candle to take my sell trade, and I will exit my trades using 1 to 2 ATR for my target. It's totally up to you, and then I start to look for another buying opportunity. Nice one. As you can see, the report came bearish. That came more than expected, and as I've clearly mentioned, if we have more than expected, we can expect a deep pullback. Now, if you say, Omar, that is minus 14 and that is minus 40, why it's more than expected? Now, this is the video I'm going to teach you how to read financial news. Hopefully, end of this month, I'm going to prepare a video with a nice table, with a nice chart, and teach you how to read these numbers as well. But in a nutshell, it is more than expected. If it was minus 45 or minus, let's say 80, then it was less than expected. If the report is more than expected, then it implies the weaker demand and bearish for natural gas. So in combination of our technical signal, which I mentioned, bearish engulfer, and in combination of news, which is bearish as well, we had a deep pullback that is enough to hit our target, and now price has pushed higher. So that is how we take our trades in combination of both. As you can see, the news came bearish, but price still pushes up, and technically it pushes up with this condition which you already see me talking about in every single video almost. So I've already sent these zones to my members that we'll be looking to enter our sell trades once the price hit the level of resistance on either of the platform. Once the price hit the level of resistance right here, we had a nice push down out of natural gas. I've already mentioned that I will be only go for a pullback to take my profits. That is enough to take your profits. And if you look at the ATR, it's 6, and the take profit hit is more than 6 points, which is around 10 points easily. So one ATR target has been hit, and that is the motive, that is the goal, to take your trades from the major area of value. Look for a condition and enter your trade. That pullback is enough to hit your target before the price will push higher, or if you have a double top, we can look for a proper reversal trades if you want to manage your trades towards the downside. Even if you want to manage with aggressive entry, you can still do that. In that case, you'll be out at break even. So we had a push down, we had a bearish engulfer, not a very strong entry, but still a valid condition that pushed the price lower. And then what do we have? We had a big bullish engulfer, a valid pullback entry bullish. With that, the ATR of this candle is 7, and the price hit exactly 7 ATR target. That is what I want to teach you, exactly when the price is pushing up in an uptrend and hit the area of value. In that case, or we look for a nice pullback, a breather to take our profits, exit your trade, and then look for the condition, a pullback entry. If the price is above 50 EMA, it can be likely the price will pull back and then start to push up in a trend and keep on pushing up in a trend. And that is what the goal is, to enter your trades with condition. Here in the downtrend, when the price had pushed lower, we had a bullish engulfer that pushes up enough to hit your target, and then price started to push lower in a downtrend and keep on pushing lower till the price hit this little level, a support level, give us a nice push up, hit our take profit, which is enough to take our profits, and then continue to push lower in a trend. So exactly the same for bullish trades. The price is pushing up in a trend. Right here, we had a breather, take profit, hit, done. Then the price continued to push up and then keep on pushing up till the price hit the next level of resistance, which I'm going to mention in my upcoming video. For now, we are looking at this zone where the price is currently inside of. Now, if you're trading on the other platforms, it's still pushing up. You still have the zones here on your charts. I've already mentioned and shown you the zones already. In case you missed it, the zone above, which is 2.906, that goes up to 3.036, a zone from where we can enter our next sell trade, a breather, and then we look for a price action to see what it does. So this is what I'm looking at on other platform. And on Nemex platform, you can still look for these zones right here and the zone above, which I'm going to mark in my next video. For now, have these zones ready on your charts, and by the time the price hit the zone here on capital.com, we get a breather. In that process, the price will break above this zone and give us a breather, and we use this zone as our support area that will push the price higher. And that is how I do my analysis on the 3 charts with a different level of resistance and support. If we have a breather here, we have a pullback on Oanda, and that pullback can go down to my support level that will push the price higher. I hope you are not confused. I'll keep it very simple now. Have the zones of all 3 platforms, and if the price hits your zones, look for the conditions. Once we have a condition, we are good to go short or long. Doesn't matter which platform you are trading on, have your zones there. Now at this point, the price just made a new high. All I'm looking at, a break above of this zone. If the price opens above in gap, that is good. Or we will look for the pullback back to the zone which is broken, which is 2.770, goes up to 2.870. Once the price break above, I will use the zone as my bullish area, and I will use the zone for my pullback entries or aggressive entry. That can be red and big green candle. Exactly the same condition I've just shown, something like this. If we have a condition like this, a red and green candle, in that case I will have another buy signal and I will take my long trades. And if we have a big pullback to 50 EMA, I will still go for my long trades with a pullback entry exactly like this, looking at the fact that price has just made a new high, and now we can expect a breather as well on 4-hour time frame. If we have that, we are good to go long above 50 EMA. Or now if we have a green candle and the very next candle closed back below in this zone, that can turn into a bearish engulfing candle, something like this. A big red candle must engulf the previous candle with a wick. Now this candle looks very bullish to me because it doesn't have a a wick above or a wick below. That is also called a bullish Marabuzu candle. I've been mentioning this candle from last couple of videos, and these type of candle is a very strong bullish candles that can push up, and we have a strong bullish pressure that might cause a price to open above in gap. We're looking at this Marabuzu candle as well. So if that happens, if the price opens above in gap, or I will look for the pullback, bullish engulfer, and keep on taking longs. If the price falls to 50 EMA or 20 EMA, forms a bullish condition like this, I will still go long, not taking any sell trades until I see a green and a bigger red candle, engulfing candle. In that case, I will just look for a little scalp that is enough to hit my targets exactly like this, and I will look for another pullback entry bullish. So these are the conditions I'll be looking at. Keep looking for that. Once we have a condition, we are good to go for our trades. Now here on capital.com, the price just made a new high, or we can look for a pullback again followed by bullish engulfer. If we have that, we are good to go long. If the price falls to the zone that has been recently broken, a zone below which is 2.492 goes to 2.589. If we have a fall to this zone, all I will look for a fall and a pullback and a bullish engulfing candle. Once we have that, we are good to go long. So look for a pullback entry, bullish above 50 EMA, aggressive entry at the zone right here. And we have a good push up at this area of value, which is right here on capital.com, right here, 2.906. That goes up to 3.036. If we have a push up to the zone, in between the zone, and we get a condition like bearish engulfer or double top, I will go short. So whatever I see, wherever I see, all I want to see a condition to enter my trades, and keep looking for that. Once we have a condition, we are good to go for our trades. Now on NEMEX, here on NEMEX, the price is now inside the zone. Again, green and a bigger red candle can be my bearish signal. If there is no signal and we get a normal pullback, bullish engulfer, I will go for another long trade, looking at the fact we have just made a new high. And if the zone is broken, I will use the zone as my trend continuation zone, bullish, a zone which is right here. And once we have broken up the zone, I will mention the next level of resistance as well for all three platforms. For now, all I'm looking at the breakout. Once we have a breakout, pullback, and only going to go long till the price gets to the zone above, which I'm going to mention. I'm going to mark these zones again, and I'm going to update you guys in my upcoming video. So keep looking for that. These are the conditions I'll be looking at. Not looking for sell trades, only looking for a pullback followed by bullish conditions. Nice one. So here on gold, the price pushes lower, hit our take profit as mentioned in my last video. And let's see what I've said in case you have missed my first part of the video. We have a pullback of few green candles right here, followed by bearish engulfing candle. That is also one of my sell signal. And looking at that, we have a cross in the EMA. With that, we have a bearish engulfer. Looking at that, we can expect at least $9 push down from here. That can be till 2032. Nice one. So we have a take profit hit easily of $9. As you can see, the price pushed more than that, and we had a good take profit hit as I took $12 out of this trade, a nice take profit. And now at this point, the price is still below 50 EMA with a strong rejection of this area, and we had a 382 candle below 50 and 20 EMA right here. That shows a bullish pressure below 50 EMA. If you say we have a 382 candle bullish as well, I wouldn't pay attention to this 382 candle because that happens nowhere, not at the support or not above 50 EMA. But we had a candle hit from the resistance, forms below 50 and 20 EMA. That is why I'll be looking at this candle. So I will not take any buy trades till the price is now trading below 50 and 20 EMA. We can only get a little pullback from this minor zone, which is to 2008.05, that goes up to 2018.54. A little pullback before the price will continue to push down in a trend, and that little pullback can be enough to take your targets. A little bounce I'm expecting from here, not a big reversal. It can, but I will not hold on with my trades if we have a condition like bullish engulfers or double bottom entry conditions. For now, all I'm looking at are push down to the zone and look for the bullish condition. Not taking any sell trade, not even pullback trades, as I can't see any conditions at this point. If the price pushes lower of this low and then we have a pullback, only then I start to look for my pullback trades bearish. For now, have these zones on the charts. Once the zone is broken, I will pay attention to the zone below, which I'm going to mention in my next video. So keep looking for sell trades only for gold, not expecting a price to push higher, looking at the conditions of gold. Right here on silver, I'm still looking for the price to hit down, which is 22.25 goes to 22.65, from where I'll be looking to enter my buy trades if the price gets to my level with bullish engulfers or double bottom condition. For now, I'm not taking any trades for silver until we are at this zone and we get a bullish signal, or if the price dramatically push up above 50 and 20 EMA. In that case, I start to look for my next buy condition. For now, I'm only looking for bearish trades for silver. Last one we have crude oil. It's not broken above 50 EMA and 20 EMA. All I'm looking at a break above this high and this consolidation. Once the price break above this high, only then I start to look for my pullback entry bullish. We can also get a pullback of a few red candles followed by bullish engulfer. That can be also an entry if we have that condition with a cross as well. If there is no cross, that is totally fine, but we can get a likely pullback followed by bullish engulfer. We can get a push up till this high. Once we have broke above this high, in that case I start to look for another pullback entry till the price gets to my level of resistance, which is right above. In red, 78.06 goes up to 79.97, from where I will look for my sell trades only with bearish engulfers, double top, inverted hammers, 382 candles bearish. That's it for commodities, guys. I hope you're getting value. If yes, please hit the like button for me. It really helps me in a YouTube algorithm. Subscribe if you're new so that we can all trade together and trade efficiently. Hope you trade green rest of the week. See you guys in the next video. Till then, take care.